Hello, this is a standing workout, perfect for whether you're pregnant or whether you recently had your baby. This is going to target some of the muscles that get really tight and stiff, particularly around your back. Also looking at some strength around the upper body and back as well. So first of all, we're going to find a little wall, we're going to come and stand against it, stepping our feet away, so we're about 30 to 40 centimetres away from the wall. So as you can see, I'm almost in a sort of slightly squatted position, my knees are soft. I'm going to start with a roll down, so I'm going to rest my bottom of my shoulders against the wall. If it's comfortable for you to, try and connect your head. But if you feel very forced back and too much pressure in your neck, just soften that. Let's start from just the head and neck. We're going to start with a roll down just through the chin, looking down to the knees, hold it there for a breath in, breathe out and roll back up again. Let's do that again, rolling the chin down towards the chest, looking at the knees. Rolling back up again. We're going to put a little variation into this time. So as we come down, we're rolling down through the chin. We're going to roll the ear off to the right shoulder. Hold it there for a breath in. Lovely big stretch through the neck. And as you breathe out, let's sweep round to the left hand side. Left ear to the shoulder. Hold that breath in. Breathe out, sweep round to the centre and roll the head back up again. One more time here, rolling down. Peel to the right, hold that breath in, breathe out through to the left hand side, hold that breath in, come back to the centre, and then restack the head. Before we go into a roll down, I want you to think about your tummy and your back. Feel the slight gap between your back and the wall. I want you to imagine you've got a little pillow between your back and the wall. We're going to squash the back onto the wall, pressing, connecting. You may feel bump going slightly tighter as you do this. Then gently arching away from the wall, creating a bigger gap for that pillow to larger and inflate again. So squash the pillow down and then release that pillow. If it helps, place your hands on your ribs in your lower tummy. Feel them coming together and feel them coming apart. One more here, all the way back. This can feel really relieving if you have an achy back. And then come back to that lovely neutral where you've got that soft gap. Okay, hands resting onto the legs. Let's go into our roll down to our knees. So we tuck the chin, we roll down through our chest, rolling our hands down towards our knees. Feeling our spine come off or one vertebra at a time. We hold it there for a breath in. Breathe out and roll back up again. You may feel a little bit of a gentle stretch if you are feeling stiff in that spine. Let's go again, rolling down. And rolling back up again. If you feel sick or dizzy as you do this, just stick with the head movement or the shoulder movement. Okay, stay in this position now. Thinking about this tilt, I want you to squash your back onto the wall. Bring your hands up here by your head, so supporting around head. Any problems or carpal tunnel in the wrists and this is giving you symptoms, just bring your hands here onto your heart. But try and elevate those arms. We're going to side bend, so we're going to breathe out and side bend to the right, keeping our lower back on the wall. Hold it there for a breath in, feeling the stretch in the left hand side of the back. Let's come over to the opposite side to side bending, holding it there for that breath in. Breathe out, come back up again. We're going to do that one more time each side. If this is difficult for you to hold, pop a chair next to you so as you lean over, you've got something to support your weight. Hold it there, nice big breath in, lower back squashed onto the wall. Breathe out, come back up and over to the other side. Hold it for that lovely breath in. Breathe out, coming all the way back in. Let's go back to those pelvic tilts. So either hands on the ribs and the lower tummy or hands on the hips. We're going to roll forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. Two more here. So even just that short little sequence there is going to help mobilize your back, and if you just have a couple of minutes to grab, try and memorize that sequence and add it into your day-to-day. Okay, we're going to come and step our feet in, we're going to come and turn so our hands are on the wall. We're going to do a little bit of upper body strength work now. So I want you to step your feet so they're hip distance apart. Your lower back should be tucked to neutral and your shoulder blades are tucking down into your back. So try not to let the shoulder come up here. If you need to, bring your hands a little bit lower. So everything's going to stay connected. We're going to connect for our pelvic floor, doing our wink and zip. So wink and zip back to front to belly button, very gently. As you do this, support of the arms, fold forwards into a little press up and push off the wall. And again, coming forwards and pushing off. So we're going to go breathing in to come forwards, breath out and push the way off. Now if you're further along the line after you've had your baby and you've had your tummy checked, you might want to take your feet further away, foot and hands lower down so you've got a little bit more pressure. But if not, we're keeping those feet in, we're staying here, we're just keeping these shoulder blades and arms nice and awake and strong. Okay, last two. Last one. Push off. Okay, so from here, we're going to work the shoulder blades. We're going to have our hands on the wall, arms are straight, shoulder blades glide together, shoulder blades come apart. Shoulder blades glide together, shoulder blades come apart. So we want to avoid the arm press. We're just making the movement come for our shoulder blades. And you can see as I do this, my shoulder blades draw backwards. My chest moves forwards. I'm trying not to arch my back as I do it. So I keep my tailbone tucked under, I connect with my core to wrap and support my back. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, we're going to go into a thread the needle on the wall now, just to open up that body. So right hand on the wall, left arm's going to come through. So it's a step into the wall, thread your left arm across through the wall. As you do this, try not to let the hips twist. Press the hips forwards towards the wall. Any problems around your pelvis, anything like that, you ease off and just do a small reach through. We're just getting some rotation. But if not, holding it here. So I'm reaching my left hand through to my right hand side. At the same time, I'm pressing my right hip forwards. 3, 2, 1. I'm releasing off. I'm going the other way. So my right hand now threads through. As I do this, I lean forward, making sure I'm keeping my left hip connected, but not arching the back. So tailbone's tucked. We're getting that release around the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Push off. One more time each side. Thread that arm through, leaning in, making sure that we're keeping that back well supported through that pelvic floor, and we're keeping the hips facing forwards. Breath in, breath out. We're just staying here just to open up the back a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Switch. And the right hand goes through, leaning into the wall, keeping that connection into the lower back. 3, 2, 1, and release. Great, fantastic. We're going to lean against the wall one more time for our last exercise, bridge at the wall. This is a great exercise, but really good adaptation for that antenatal period where you can't lay on your back. Now, if you find that you don't get that nice curling, peeling action off the wall, I want you to keep your lower back in neutral, keep your ribs connected into your tummy, and you're going to do a straight bridge off the wall. Any problems around the back of your pelvis or into your lower back, you're going to come out of this exercise. So we're into a little bit more of a squat now, a little bit lower down. Lower back is in neutral. If you're doing a curling bridge, like I'm going to do, I want you to pop your hands on your hips and feel your pelvis roll back into the wall. Peel your bottom off, press your knees and your hips forward. Hold it there for a breath in, and then peel back down through those ribs all the way down. Now, as you can see, I can move quite freely through my spine because I don't have a bump. But if you do have that bump, it can make it very difficult. So I'm going to show you the variation that you'd be doing if you have a bump and you can't get this nice peeling action. So, everybody else carry on as you are. What we'd still do is try and connect our back into the wall still. So tilt backwards and then lift off just halfway, come back into the lower back, release the pelvis. So tuck the pelvis, lift off, lower, release, and tuck, lift off, lower, release. Last two, tuck, lift off, lower, release. Last one. Fantastic. Okay, let's gently step our feet in. Well done. So that was a little standing workout that can be done against a wall, as long as it's nice and supported, that you feel comfortable, you're not getting problems around your pelvis. This is a great way to not only mobilize your lower back, release some of those tight muscles, but also strengthen the ring of muscles that wrap around your pelvis and your lower back. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the studio soon.